Hey guys, so this is going to be a scrapbook process video that also coincides with the Clique March sketch challenge. I really liked the sketch and I wanted to give it a try, so it was a great push to get me scrapbooking today. And these are the items I'm using from the March kit, just 2 pieces of paper and I think like 3 embellishments. This is from my stash, it's just some stickers, and then I'm using 8.5 by 11 sheet of white cardstock. And the picture is of me holding a handful of beautiful beach glass. Just in a couple of seconds, I'm going to show you the sketch. You can find it at clickekit.wordpress.com. I'll link it down below. And there it is. It's just a very geometric kind of sketch. I don't know how to explain it the best I can, but the whole idea of a sketch challenge is to really just pull off what you feel you see, or maybe take a little bit away from it, or completely follow it as much as you want. It's really up to your taste and what you want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some watercolor and I'm going to paint a giant X on my paper so that I get that feel of a triangle on top and the bottom for my design. It doesn't come out perfect. It comes out a little wonky. Some parts of it are very watered down. So this is why I'm going back with the paint to make it a little bit more darker. It is not perfect at all. It's not straight. And I did second guess myself and thought maybe I wanted to do it over again and use a ruler, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be perfect. So that is what I came up with. And then I have this paper from the kit. It's Love Notes. It was like a greenish color, but it reminded me of like beach glassy color. So what I'm going to do is cut out a triangle from this, and I want to use it up on that top part or the bottom part, or even the side part. I haven't decided yet. And then I'm going to pull this acetate piece that has like a lime green polka dot. The problem with the acetate piece is that my cat in the last video was laying on my desk and he left a lot of fur on it, so the fur was clinging to this acetate real bad. So I'm constantly trying to wipe off his fur from my mat and from this piece of acetate. At this point, I'm just trying to think about where I want to put these 2 triangles. Do I want that one on the top? Do I want that one on the top? You know, I'm just trying to figure out what looks best or what works best. But they're not going to lay perfectly within the triangle. They're not going to be the same size or shape, and that's what I was going for anyway, like a not perfect triangle-y layout. I don't really use a paper cutter. I don't really use rulers. I usually freehand cut things with scissors. I don't really care much for perfect straight lines. That's just me. Some people are OCD or just want straight lines, and more power to them. So I just freehand cut these triangles out, so they're not perfect. They're quite wonky. And then for the bottom piece, for the acetate piece, I'm going to place some glue drops on the little polka dot so that it doesn't really show as much when I adhere it down. Still trying to squeeze the very last drops out of this glossy accents, and I really haven't gotten to the store yet to get more adhesive. After I made this video, I dropped that tape runner and it totally broke. So now I'm just out of adhesive, still using what's left in the glossy accent bottles. So right here you see me lifting it up. That was a dog fur. There was a piece of cat fur underneath there, and I was just trying to get that out because it was really bothering me. And I'm just gluing down that part because it peeled up a little bit. So at first I thought I was going to use this like Polaroid thing from the Heidi Swap line. I don't know what line it is, but I thought I was going to put it in there, but then I decided not to because it took away from some of the picture, and I just decided not to go with that one. These are from the Cartabella line. Cartabella Hello Again, and they're flower stickers, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with these because they just weren't beachy to me, but then after all the snow we've gotten and how gray it is here, I just wanted this layout to be like really summery, end of summery, whatever, flowery, colorful. I'm so over spring. So much over spring. We got summer. I mean, I'm so over winter. Oh my goodness. I'm so ready for spring. We got so much snow this week. It's just out of control. So here I am just pop dotting some of this flower up so it has some dimension, so it's not completely laying flat on the layout. Because I wanted to add some things behind the flower, add some layer, and I'm just even making my photo even on the page. And then I'm going to use some white photo corners, which are really great. You can get them at Michael's, and you can use these white photo corners. You can keep them white. You can paint them. I painted them gold before, so there's lots of options. These rub-ons are butterfly rub-ons, and they look like realistic butterflies. They just have a little bit of glitter. I got these at Hobby Lobby like 4 years ago, and they still rub on. They still have the adhesive on them, which is crazy because a lot of my rub-ons went fast. But yeah, I'm just going to adhere this one down on the top. So I'm starting my layering underneath this flower. So I have the butterfly now, and I'm just looking at this sticker sheet. This is a Teresa Collins sheet, and it's called Something Wonderful, and it has all these little banner triangles, which I'm using to just mimic the triangle design of this layout. I'm just layering them underneath the picture, and now I'm just playing around with other things that I don't use. So this is also from the Teresa Collins sticker sheet. It's like a black and white striped border sticker, and I'm just going to cut that down the middle and use it on either side of that line, just to pop that line a little bit more. And then just trim it off. So yeah, this picture was from, we live in walking distance of a beach. The beach is not, it's a private beach, which we are not a part of, but we can take walks down there at nighttime. So in the evenings in the spring, summer, and the fall, we like to walk down there. And there's this one day that we went, and it must have been after a storm, but there was so much beach glass everywhere that's my handful of beach glass that I found within 5 minutes of stepping foot on the beach. Which I keep in a jar. I collect them during the summer, like pretty pieces of beach glass and shells. And this was just like an explosion of beach glass, so it was really exciting. So I took that picture. Here's this black doily that came in the kit, and I wasn't sure if I was fond of the black doilies. I don't know if I'm over the doily thing, or I don't know how to use them properly, but I did cut it, and I used it at the bottom down there. And then I'm deciding where I'm going to put this other one. And I figure on the left-hand side, because it's just so white, that space is so empty, that it needed something. So I just added over there. Although I did like the way it looked on top just now, but that's good. We like it there. Now I'm just playing around with, there was a tag that I was going to use, and it had a nice saying on it. That's from the March kit, but I just didn't use it. And then I'm just going to spell out beach glass up there. Those are my silver thickers, one of my favorite thickers ever. And I wanted to use the silver ones because I planned on using those silver enamel dots to the right there that came in the kit. These are Mini Market Cosmo Cricut stickers, and I'm just spelling out glass because I didn't have enough of the silver thickers to spell glass, so it says beach glass. And then I'm just adding another one of those little flowers from that sticker set. And I'm going to scatter some of these silver enamel dots. So I think I did pretty well with the sketch. I kind of interpreted it the way I want it to on my page. I liked the design of the triangles. It kind of leads the eye to the photo. And I like the way it came out. So what am I doing now? So now I'm just looking for, there's a yellow butterfly that I'm going to add to the bottom. I was going to put it center, and then it bothered me, so I kind of put it to the left to go with the flow of the flowers on the top. And what else? I think I'm just looking around for what I'm going to do next. I just felt like that doily needed something, but I really couldn't find anything to put on there, and I kept playing with that tag, but it just wasn't fitting with the layout. I added some flowers. Some more flowers from that sticker set. And then I do believe I just put the year, which is 2014, that this picture was taken. I really like working with 8.5 by 11. It's less space for me to think about. It's a nice shape. I probably will do more 8.5 by 11s because I think this came together really fast, and I like the end product. To me, it was less intimidating, but sometimes it's nice to do a 12 by 12 when you have a lot of space. But for this layer, I think it worked to go with the triangles. So I'm just spelling out that 2014 with the mini markets, and then I did some outlining. And then I'm going to do some journaling, and it just talks about, finding the beach glass, how much beach glass there was, how I collected. My favorite pieces are the ones that are very smooth and have a really pretty tone of blue. And that was pretty much it. But I just wanted to fill in some of that triangle to the left. So that's what I'm doing now. And I used a bad choice in pen. I think this was a Sharpie pen, and it was just bleeding through that cardstock. So I wanted to tone down the brightness of the butterfly up in that right-hand corner. On video, it doesn't come off very bright, but the colors aren't, don't really mingle that well with the rest of the colors. So I'm going to just kind of make it a little bit less, with some white paint. It also gives it a cool, artsy effect. So I just start spreading paint all over that big sticker on top, the butterfly, and I wipe some off. And I'm going to use some on the sides, on the doily as well. So down there I'm going to use some as well. And then some on this doily too. And it gives it a nice weathered look. So it kind of reminds me of the beach. And then I'm going to splatter some black paint. And that's pretty much it. I like the way this came together. I liked the sketch. I like working with sketches. It helps to get me going in one direction. Yeah, I had fun with this. So thank you for watching.